So that was actually really good for Journey, I would say. Yeah, the Marauders on the bottom would have been even better, but still think that was pretty darn good.
I would like to see him drop the Marauders into the Banelings, actually. Kind of what we see happening here, baiting out the shots.
Yeah.
Does go down, but
all the Banelings.
yeah, this is not so good for True with these trades. Gonna catch a couple of the new ones too upon hatching.
Base. You know, they kill drones, of course, but you really need like a Marauder drop to go ahead and kill that fifth base and secure.
I love this. He's already like evacuating this cliff, but swooping in from several different angles. This is gonna be a little bit nasty as Journey will get cleaned up. He's got that reinforcement line coming, but the Thor goes down. The Banelings are well exhausted for the most part.
He's banking a lot of money. You start to get back up that bank, but as we've seen, like Banelings are explosive, right? So, and production for Terran is not that fast.
He's at 90 Banelings. He's almost on triple digits of Banelings.
He sees it, he sees it, he sees it, but it's a very awkward engagement. The Banelings are on the right. The Widowmine does not get to go off.
Oh no, the Widowmines are pretty much gone at this point too. The Thor's gonna soak some hits. He's split with the Marines. Will the split be good enough? The Baneling count has dissipated, but there's still so many Mutalisks behind us.
God,
But this was
Remax.
The Remax is crazy.
90 lings.
Oh, pick up the Thor. Nice pick up.
That might have been it, actually.
I think that might have been it, yeah. The Journey is struggling at this point. His money just doesn't exist.
The awkward engagements.
Counting on this. So here comes the Nidus Swarm. It's a last-ditch effort to stay in this game. This can work. The cannon is incredibly low. There's no Mothership Core, no Photon Overcharge, no Stalkers. There's too late to pull the probes into this. Roaches are going to be coming out immediately. And can this win the game for Solar? It's his only chance. Queen comes out first. No transfuse available. Second Queen comes out. Still no transfuse quite available. Oh, one is actually ready to go. He should be able to take out the cannon. He should be able to deal with the Zealot, but there's no way he holds this main. 3 cannons at the natural base. His frontal wall-off's good, and Parting is going to fall. Let's fight this. But can he take a fight back? No, probes, or not, pardon me, probes are dying, of course, but drones are not exactly being pulled into the fight just yet. He does get that warp in from that pylon proxied over here. And the Sentry's doing a great job of zoning it. But the pylons do die in the northern base, and Parting says, screw it, I've got the money I needed from this already. And he's going to push up this ramp. He force fields his backside. He does have a recall if this gets too nasty, but he's got to cause a lot more damage with this. He loses his third and a lot of probes while this goes on. So a couple of Hydralisk kills, that's not going to cut it. He has completely severed off the reinforcement point, and as he moves up through the main, he no longer needs 4 or 5 forces, he only needs 1. But a Nidus Worm in the main to try and get back to his own main from his third base, this is such a cool move. I don't know if Parting's going to be able to really deal with this, but more drones are dying, that's for certain. The Force Field's going to catch a lot of these, and you know what? Solar's going to be down on like 12 workers by the time this is finished. Parting, big boy, can you stop this? He could actually just walk down from the main now. He doesn't actually have to fight him. He can walk down from the main and force field that ramp off, but it goes for the recoil instead. Parting's on the rampage. He pre-force fields off this ramp. He's going to just blink forward. He knows this is where the rest of the juicy drones are. He's going to try and get some kills. They are going to evacuate the Solar with the Nidus Worm. He escapes out of the third. But now there's a Colossus in play. Now there's the fear of losing this very important tech, losing that Nidus Worm. The only place this Solar is going to be able to bounce back and forth between is the main and this island, and that's about it. And quite frankly, sending a drone to the island to expand to that island would not be a terrible idea. Still too early to call it. A bad engagement could cost Solar an army, and a counterattack could devastate him, but he's got that bank growing. He's got 2,000 minerals where he needs them. A couple of free shots here on the front lines. The Colossus with some nice damage. But where those force fields going to come down, Colossus are just going to eat some roaches at face value. Zealous did a good job being that meaty bladed wall. Stalker's going to blink forward as well, trying to pick off some of the roaches. But that force field wall is going to fall on the left. Does he have enough sentries? Looks like Solar's actually just going to disengage out of this. But there's the Vipers, there's the Abducts. 2 Colossus go down pretty quick, but the Stalkers are looking quite strong. However, while this goes on, the Roaches, well, actually a warp in defense. Party somehow holds on 2 different fronts. Now he's got some cannons down too. This is looking like the recovery process is real, but again, I digress because we have a 118 supply to 200 out of 200 disadvantage. Whether it's Vipers or Infestors, it's always incredibly difficult to land what you want. Now he does go forward and he gets that Abduct, but a Blinding Cloud goes down and forces Party to back the hell up. Force Field's gonna lock out some of the fight, but I don't know that he can tango with this many Roaches. Solar, by the way, did get his upgrades while this was going on behind the scenes, and I think this is just a little bit too much. Stalkers are not gonna hold this. Sentries have fallen. This last Colossus is trying to stay alive, but Parting is pretty much donezo's. GG! Now, there's not a wall off. And this drone sitting here doesn't look that abnormal, but Can Choya fully? No, he doesn't have the minerals. No way to wall this down. No way to wall this off. Pylons are going to die. He's pulling his own probes. It's a worker war. It's 18 workers versus 11, but there are circlings in the favor of True. And True doesn't even have to take this fight. If Choya just decides to kite him around all day, True just kills the pylon. He just kills the gateway. He kills the forge. He kills anything he can get his hands on. And Choya is not going to enjoy this, as he's going to just bleed out probes here in the main. Ravaged, not even close, absolutely demolished. 69. good game. I want to say game. Normally you've got Mutalisk on the way, but the Spire's only just started, and this is not a timing that's going to work out. Banelings aplenty here for Solar. Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, the Spire, I mean, if it ever finished, that would be, maybe a nice counterattack with how fast scores create, and I'm not sure. It was a good hit, but he still needs more. Oh, he's going to explode in the building, Banelings. Yep.
Yeah, takes them all out. True's left with nothing, and Solar has just got absolute dominance. There's nothing he can do. Even if the Spire finishes, Mutas won't clean this up before everything dies. Drones are being pulled back into the fight, but that's not going to cut it. I think he knows. I think we know it. And Solar, well, he's very one-sidedly locked down game number 1. GG. Not been droning through this. He's been on 9 workers for the entirety of the game. It has not given him anything close to a bank. Solar has a second spine crawl on the way. He's blocked off the ramp with the queens, and it's worth noting he's not been wasting energy on them, so there are almost 3 transfuses between them.
Ooh, yeah, this is looking a pretty perfect defense. The second spine crawler might even be unnecessary with those transfuses, but better be cautious right now. You're up 6 drones. This is the last attack that True has.
6 Banelings is not going to be enough. One transfuse alone shuts this. He's got a 3rd spine. Solar has just got this in the bag, and he'll take the lead in the series. It's just a matter of like how badly does this go.
So far, so good. The spine crawlers are just barely apart enough that the splash damage can kill both of them, so that's good. Transfuses go off, and that's it. Like, True does not have backup lings that are flooding right now.
GG. What you learned. The burrow is on the way, but looks like True's gearing up for what is possibly Banelings to go with this. So might try and bust through with that one big attack. He doesn't quite have the gas count to go for heavy Banelings, but he does produce a lot of Zerglings behind this. And if this is just for cannon fodder, that would be truly interesting. Queen on the front lines. Hi.
Is there an Overseer with True's army? Because Solar in this scenario could go ahead and just start burrowing.
If Burrow was complete, of course.
Hey, he can hold on until then. It's going pretty evenly right now. Yeah, both are just dipping down.
It's destined to trade evenly, though. It's similar upgrades, similar roach count. Both players fighting on a very even line. No one's got a really distinct concave, but Solar with Defender's advantage will hold once again. Those 9 drone leads are going to be the couple of extra roaches he really needs to solidify this. They got picked up by the Queen over the Geyser at the 3rd, but Solar takes a pretty interesting engagement here at the front. It is a bit awkward for the front side of things, but he does have a very distinct roach lead. He also picked off the Queen in the main, so less injects means less rounds of roaches later on, but he is winning this fight very one-sidedly. 2-1 on this. He's also going to be able to burrow. I don't know if he's recognized his opponent doesn't have that Overseer, but the low roaches could burrow up. I mean, keep in mind, the big supply dip at the start of the fight was the execution of the roaches in the red, in the yellow, that were left over from the previous engagement. Solar wins the left side easily. He's trading out evenly on the right. The roaches in the main still unused, but double the roach count. Defender's advantage will not cover this, and Solar, as we see, just burrows through. It's almost a little bit of BM, but surrounds the roaches. Good game, and Solar, ladies and gentlemen, will break the tie, not just in the finals, but in their previous series.